Hey TikTok, Goddess Energy here. I wanted to stop by this morning and talk about reclaiming your inner strength and your inner power. As women, we are susceptible to, because we have a nurturing and caregiver service, we're nurturing as mothers, as women, as daughters. We're taught to be nurturing and kind, and sometimes that leaves us open to be taken advantage of. That could be taken advantage of emotionally, physically, financially, and often it can turn into abuse, especially if you're dealing with a person that has narcissistic tendencies. And usually people that are caring and loving and are people pleasers, givers, we're more susceptible of being taken advantage of. So I'm not saying to turn bitter and cold and think that, you know, the world is out to get you and I can't trust you can't trust anybody, but you still need to be kind. You still need to choose kindness. You still need to be loving and caring and compassionate. You just have to know how to keep your circle small. Don't share your good news with people because most of the time they're preying on your downfall. And I'm not talking about P-R-A-Y, I'm talking about P-R-E-Y. Most of your haters, your abusers are going to be in your own family, in the workplace, could be a boss, could be family members, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles. A lot of the times people are they're upset and bothered by your potential. And no matter how much money someone has or how much education or whatever their title is, if you have light and you have more potential, and they see the potential in you that you can grow greater than them, they're going to want to snuff you out. They're going to want to cancel anything that you're doing because they don't want you to succeed. So reclaiming your power and reclaiming your strength, that becomes from going within, because our inner strength comes from the Holy Spirit, which is inside of us, that we're given, from source, from the Most High, from the universe, from God, however you want to put a title on it. That connection is between you and the Most High. And by having unshakable faith in trusting that the Most High has got your back and that things are going to be okay, we need to rein in, especially our feminine energy, because that is a very large thing that can be taken away from us. And a lot of times it's without our knowledge. And that's just, if you're ever around someone and you leave there and you're feeling drained, that person is draining your energy. And depending on how they act and how the encounter was, if you're feeling drained when you leave a certain person, place, or thing, a job, your parents' house, your boyfriend's house, in-laws, that is a red flag. It's a red flag that you need to pay attention to, and you need to protect yourself. You can wear protection amulets. There are many different kinds. There are different stones that are for protection, like tourmaline and black onyx. You can also do sigils. There are sigils for protection that you can place in your wallet, in your purse, on your person. There's satchels that you can make. There's so many ways. And you can also protect your energy, cleanse your energy. You can do it with smoke. You can do it You can do it with sigils and emblems that you can place in your home, but you want to make sure that you do it to where it's not visible. Okay. And one thing that I do really believe in is salt, and you can use salt, and it's a very common. You want to use sea salt, and then you can also do black salt for protection, and you can put that on your doorways, you can put it on your windowsills, and that just gives you that extra layer of protection. And you want to pay attention on how people's emotions change around you. If you feel like you're being threatened, you feel like you're being, if you feel uncomfortable around a person, place, or thing, you need to get to leave. If you're in a job to where you feel uncomfortable, you feel threatened, you feel bullied, you feel harassed, you don't have to stay at that job. There are plenty of jobs out there, and you need to save yourself and get yourself out of that situation, because not every workplace is going to be toxic. Not every workplace is going to have so much competition in destroying another person's life, of wanting to step on everyone else's head to get to where they need to be. Not all organizations are that way. And so to think that you are, you have to take that abuse and that you have to put up with this situation or circumstance, that's not true. And if your bosses are guilt tripping you and making you feel guilty because you're choosing yourself over being taken advantage of and being in a toxic work environment, that's even more reason to run. And, right now, especially, there are so many small businesses, there's small business loans, there's, people are just, they're selling things on TikTok. There's so many people that make their own things and sell and become independent business owners. And that is something that you should consider as well, because who really wants to work for anyone else? You should want to work for yourself and build a legacy for yourself and your family. So I guess what my main thing is, what I'm trying to say is, choosing yourself is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. Self-love is not selfish. And you don't have to be a people pleaser to make it in this world. You don't want to be, of course, bitter. You want to treat people how you want to be treated, but you cannot give to others and care for others and care for your children and things like that if your cup is not full yourself. So with that, to strengthen and reclaim your power, you want to make sure you go within, and that first starts with God. And you want to have that connection with God, and you want to have prayer, and you want to have you want to do fasting and prayer and meditation, and take that moment in the peace and the stillness to connect with God, and have that unshakable faith to know that you're okay. Every day things are not going to be perfect, and we need to still have that faith when things are not perfect, and not only when we're successful and winning and things like that. And there's a time to speak up, and there's a time to be quiet, and to have discernment, to know when those times is something that you will learn when you sit in peace with the Creator, your Maker. Once you sit with that peace and listen to what He has to say, I promise you, things are going to get better. They're going to get better, and that starts with making things better within you. You guys, I know it's tough out there right now. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give in to the matrix. Don't give in to bad habits, to bad behaviors, and don't give in to hate. Choose love, choose kindness, choose prosperity, and to better yourself and to be better. Thank you guys for stopping in. I'll see you next time. I'm sending love, support, prayers so much. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that